Hello, this is Jeff at Battlefish, and thanks for joining me again. I appreciate the anybody who subscribes to my channel. I've got over 300 videos on fishing, mostly the St. Johns River in Jacksonville, Orange Park, Fleming Island, down to Green Cove Springs. And I appreciate it if you subscribe, like, and comment, please. I also want to thank several of my subscribers for the outreach. I have not been posting as often as I'd like in the summer, especially because Sonia's been sick. She had some really minor outpatient back surgery and got an infection, and she's been in and out of the hospital several times, and I appreciate the concern everybody showed, and she's slowly getting better, and hope that she gets out soon. So back to fishing. So I'm challenging myself with fly fishing, and spotted several schools this day, large redfish schools in the St. Johns River on a sandbar in the Orange Park area. You can see the school on the live scope there on the bottom right. Even though I'm only fishing in about 2 feet of water, which is the sandbar, shell bar, what bass fishermen call them, shell bars, the fly has to pretty much sink. So I found out that a fly with barbells or a clouser type fly that sinks a little quicker gets to the bottom, and then you just sit and wait. You don't even have to move it, and they'll pick it up. The fly rod's a crazy story. I have a video on it. It's the Max Catch Premier 12 weight 9-foot fly rod. I bought the first one on eBay, but discovered they have a website, and I've got 3 of them now. Actually 4. I've got the Salt Pro, and then I've got 3 of the green Premiers. And I just ordered the last one I just ordered to pair it with a Tybor or T-bore Billy Pate bonefish reel. It was $61 with shipping, a hard case, and an extra tip. Absolutely insane. I don't know. And I order it on a Sunday, and I get it by Friday from China. Crazy. And I've got it paired with a Penn International 4GA anti-reverse reel. It's an antique, literally an antique. It's about, best I could figure, about 25 to 30 years old, but it's in pristine, perfect condition, and it's an anti-reverse, so I don't have to worry about the handle spinning and smacking my knuckles, and works great. Drag works great. Just a couple turns, and I get it set at about 12 pounds of drag. Works great. So I'm getting really good at kind of figuring out that this is a bigger redfish. These are all over slot, but this one, they're mostly around 31, 32 inches. This one's 33 inches, and there's really a difference between a 30-inch and a 33-inch redfish as far as how they fight. It's pretty remarkable. Because I'm targeting tarpon mostly, and if I see redfish, I'm obviously going to shoot at them. I'm using these purple tarpon flies, tarpon bunnies, they're sometimes called. They're again 3. They're on eBay. I get 3 from a company called Fish Kills. I get 3 for $9.99. Pretty good deal. They work great. Tarpon. This is one I got the tarpon on, and the redfish seem to like it as well. I snagged one of the shells with my fly and brought it up, and the shell is a clam shell, and it was covered in snails and other clams, small clams, and that's got to be what the redfish are coming in to eat. Plus there's crabs and stuff underneath the shells that they probably flip over, so they're feeding on the bottom. And the shell bars collect these shells because it's a hump in the river, and the current pushes these shells into that, like a speed bump, I guess, and that's where they collect, and that's where the redfish start eating. And as you can see, a ton of spots on this one. Both sides were loaded. I got out of the water about 7 o'clock right at sunrise, and these fish were caught around 9 o'clock, and I had spotted probably 4 or 5 schools, but the challenge is, even with live scope, I can spot the schools, but then getting the boat set up, getting the wind behind my back if I can, and getting the boat set up, setting the power pole, position controlling motor, getting a few casts on them, and then if these schools were not moving that much, and some schools are really moving fast. These schools weren't moving a lot, so I was able to get a bead on them. I actually lost 2 fish, broke off. I was using 20-pound leader. I jumped up to 40, and that seemed to help. Yeah, it's still a challenge, even with live scope, to get the boat set up with the current, wind. This was a fairly calm day, so it was a little easier. I mean, if you know the river at all, it's fairly obvious where I'm fishing, and a lot of the locals know where this place is. I see a lot of guys fish here. They stay for 15-20 minutes and leave. I spent all morning there until I left around 11:30 to go to the hospital. So I can just tell you, patience is a huge deal with fishing these areas. And there's a lot of days I get skunked, just like anybody else, but you just got to sit and wait, and the fish will show up eventually. So I can tell you, Max Catch, I am not sponsored at all, and I bought all this out of my own money. The Max Catch fly rods are incredible. If you want to get started in fly fishing, I cannot say enough about the Max Catch. I got the Salt Pro. The Premier comes with the fighting handle, and I got 3 of the Premiers now and 1 of the Salt Pros. You can order an extra tip, but for some reason, for $61 shipping and an extra tip, this one came with this time. So, and then fly reels, the anti-reverse fly reels are expensive. They're $400 plus. However, you can just get regular fly reels. You just have to learn to not hold on to the handle when a fish wants to run. You got to spool or palm the reel or set the drag accordingly. Otherwise, you'll break off. So if you want to get into this, and then the flies are fairly inexpensive, and redfish, quite frankly, will eat anything. Tarpon are, I think, a little pickier, but other than that, it's fairly easy to get into the sport and the challenge. Hey, please like and subscribe, make comments. I love to hear from you guys, and also there's a little extra bonus at the end here. The next day I was able to hook into a tarpon, so take a look at that, and I'll have that video posted shortly. Thank you very much for joining, and have a great day.
There he is. Got him.